Good evening, Lizzie boys. It's currently like 1 a.m. and we're back with another tier list because I had a lot of fun making the Rainbow Eye one. I found this tier list of every Monster High basic doll, so we're going to be going through them. For the Boo York dolls, it seems to have their Target Walmart exclusive 3-pack dolls. I guess that is their basic, so it makes sense. We're going to start, of course, with Frankie. I don't know if it's like the nostalgia talking, but I'm already gonna put Frankie in the love them, aka the A tier. Yeah, I might have to edit these actually. You know, I'm actually gonna add another row. I'm gonna add an extra one, and we're gonna make this row blue. And it's gonna be the cringe tier. That'll be our D tier. Alright, here's our updated tier list. So Frankie is going to be an A tier. Draculaura is another A tier for me. And that's only because Claudine is going to be our first S tier. I love Claudine. You guys already know. And now Draculaura can move up to S tier. Draculaura is really good. I know, like, I've made jokes in the past, like, oh, if basic Draculaura is one of your favorite Monster High dolls, you're a basic bitch, and I still think that's true. But, hey, she's one of my favorites, too. I never said I wasn't a basic bitch myself. Next up is Laguna. Another A tier. Once again, it might be the nostalgia talking, but I was so happy when I got my Laguna. I had a lot of fun reviewing her reproduction. I think I just like basic Laguna, which is ironic because I don't really like Laguna as a character. Cleo. Cleo Denial. S tier. How can you not love basic Cleo Denial? It's just one of the best dolls. I feel like I'm putting too many in S tier, but when it comes to Monster High, I don't feel like anything is too dramatic. Deuce. B tier. I actually really like basic Deuce. I was looking at him on my shelf the other day because I was readjusting him and Cleo's positions, like their poses. I adjusted it so that he has his arm around her now. If you want to know why they weren't like that before, I don't know. It's not very good for space, but I did it. So, you know, Cleo x Deuce, good ship. Good ship. They should get back together, I think. Gullia. A B tier. I like her fashion. I really like her face as well. I don't have any cons, actually. A tier. Holt Hyde. An A tier. Dude, Holt Hyde is so nice. I got mine for like $30 a couple years back. I was going through this phase in 2015 where I was like, fuck, I need to get all the Monster High basics. Every single one of them. And I got Holt for like $30, and he was in the most stellar condition. He still had factory rubber bands holding his headphones on to like his shoulders. His jacket had no creases, like they had never posed him in any way. He's in such good shape. I have barely touched him since I got him. That's my little tangent. Spectra. Spectra goes into A tier as well. I'm being so nice here. I love how you guys are probably going to be commenting like, oh, you didn't even say anything about Abby, just instant S tier. Yeah, because it's Abby fucking abominable, dude. Abby's elite. I love her. Spectra's an A tier for me, though. I like her fashion. And her cheekbones. Holy shit. I love her face mold, dude. My friend came over the other day. She was looking at my Spectra, and she's like, oh, doesn't Spectra have, like, a certain face mold with, like, really high cheekbones? They told them to change it, but then they actually didn't, and the company didn't even notice. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at her. The cheekbones are fucking amazing. Mattel sculptors are so talented, dude. Basic Claude. Honestly, a B tier. I just think he's dressed like a little bitch here. He looks like a newspaper boy. That hat He looks like he's gonna be standing on the side of the road screaming, "Extra, extra, read all about it," you know, like a fucking geek. I'm so mean to him. Toralai's another instant S tier for me. Dude, when I finally got my basic Toralai, I was the happiest 13-year-old in the world. I was going apeshit. I was doing jumping jacks. I was back handsprings, even though I'm not athletic in the slightest. I was going insane. I got it for like $20, and then like a couple years later, I found one for $5 at the flea market, and I didn't freak out nearly as much. But the memories are still there. Love Toralai. Our first F tier, basic Gil. This is actually Skull Shore's Gil. It was his first release. Gil is just really ugly. He's just not a good looking character. And then he sucks in the movies too. I feel like he was at his best in Great Scarier Reef, but that's not saying much because Great Scarier Reef is arguably the worst Monster High movie. So, yeah, F tier. Next we get to Monster High Cupid. A tier. I really like this doll. This was another one that it took me a while to get, and when I did get her, I was very happy with her. She was missing her ring, but then I ended up thrifting another one who had the ring, so I just took the ring off of that one and then got rid of the other one. So, mine actually has all the original factory glue in her hair. It's pretty nice. Hoodooed and Scara. I'm not sure about Hoodooed, actually. He's actually really cool. I'm gonna stick him in the B tier. B tier is just the boy tier at this point. Oh, I feel so mean. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. Hoodooed is really cool, but I do have to take some points off because he's not articulated at all. He's a full plush toy, and there's no wires in him that allow for him to hold a pose. There's just nothing. He's just a big plush toy. When I found him at the flea market, I was flipping my shit, though. I actually got him for $5 at the flea market. It's a little fun fact about me. The haul is probably still up on my channel somewhere. Next up is Scara. I'm going to put her in B tier as well, just because she is very pretty. I like Scara. But when you compare her to like any of the other basics on this list, she is really basic, especially for a Comic-Con exclusive doll. She's got no jewelry. Her headband is the same as Ghoulia's, maybe just a more muted green. Her ears aren't even pierced. I got mine for $7 at the flea market a year before I found Hoodooed. I don't know how the fuck Hoodooed was still there a year later, but he was. I got a Comic-Con set for $12, and honestly, I feel like that's how much... I feel like they should have been a $20 set at the store. They're cool. Hoodooed is really cool. Scara's really pretty. But they're ultimately just kind of basic. Gotta switch hands on my... Holy shit, my fingers are numb. Ooh, Jinafire. I love Jinafire. An instant S tier for me. She got me into Monster High. I saw her at my friend's house, and I was just like, I need her. I need her right now. My friend had actually offered to give me her Jinafire, but then my mom was like, nah, we'll just order you one from Walmart.com. Because they took me to like every store in town looking for her, and we could not find her. But then my mom ordered her from Walmart, and I've had her ever since. She's actually the doll I've managed to keep in the best condition, because I've literally had her since release, and she's in perfect shape. I never did anything to fuck her up. Skeleta. Oh my god, I fucking love Skeleta. A tier. Skeleta is such a cool character, and her sculpting is amazing. I know there was like controversy when she came out because they're like, oh, she's a literal skeleton, another unrealistic body standard for women. She's a fucking skeleton, guys. It's not supposed to be realistic. She's a living skeleton with eyeballs. Skeleta's cool. I really like her. Plus, as a fellow Hispanic myself, I may not be Mexican, but I am Hispanic. You know, just a little biased. Also, just, she's a sugar skull. I love the Day of the Dead. It's such a cool holiday. Ooh, the Werecat twins. Another A tier for me. I love them. Meowity and Persephone are honestly two of the most, like, well-designed twins that are supposed to be, like, mirror images of each other that I've ever seen. they're just so cute. They're so pretty. I love their designs. Once again, they were another set that took me a while to get. I never got them when they were new from Toys R Us. I don't know why. But I did manage to get them on eBay when I was on my basic hunt. And the rest is history. I love them. They're so cool. Ooh, Nephra Denial. Probably another A tier for me. Nephra is so cool, dude. I actually got mine at the flea market. She came with everything, even her ring. It was so cool. Best $15 at the flea market I've ever spent. Yeah, I love Nephra. Ooh, Operetta. I got Operetta on eBay. With everything, even her ring. I didn't even know she had a ring. Her hair apparently took 3 hours to do at the factory for each individual doll. I cannot imagine that. So, I got mine with the original hairstyle and I've never touched it. Out of respect for those poor people's fingers. They used so much hairspray and glue, probably. Howleen. Listen, I know a lot of people like this Howleen design, but I don't know, I thought it was kind of cheesy, so B tier. I liked the curlier hair. I don't like that they straightened it later on. I do wish that she would have kept the original hair color and the curly hair, but I just wasn't a fan of her style here. The hood was cute, but like, everything else just felt a little... I wasn't that into it. I liked the Claudine from that pack, though. I do think that they should have made more Claudines with curly hair like that. But this isn't about Claudine, it's about Howleen. Next up is Jackson. I don't really like Jackson. He's a little ugly. He's a cool character, though. I liked him in the episodes, I liked him in Ghoul's Rule. But he's just a kind of meh character to me, and an even more meh doll. His head is so, like, square. That didn't stop me from paying $50 for him new in box, though. And then unboxing him and making a review out of it. Dumbest thing I ever did. Should have left his ass in the box. Rebecca Steam. She's one of the very few basics that I own that I actually went and found in the store. But I didn't even find her. My mom did. I love Rebecca. She was like my favorite character for a while. I went to a local store in Florida, Bell's Outlet. We're just looking around. My mom goes, "Who's this?" She's holding up basic Rebecca Steam new in box. And I'm like, where the fuck did you find that? I don't even know what she was doing there. But I'm glad that she was there, because I wouldn't own Rebecca otherwise. S tier, just for the nostalgia alone. Rochelle is an A tier for me. Yeah, I like Rochelle. I don't have a big backstory about her, I just got her on eBay. And then I gave her the headband from the dance class doll. Because I didn't have her actual one. There you go, that's my Rochelle backstory. Ooh, fuck, this happens every time. Venus. Probably another B tier. I like Venus. She's a cool character. I feel like she didn't get enough screen time. We never really got a focus episode about her, I don't think. Oh, maybe like 1 or 2, but that was it. I don't know. I like her style. I don't even remember how I got my Venus. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. I got her on eBay. Whew. Nothing really special there. Gigi. An A tier. I like Gigi a lot, honestly. Gigi was a cool character in the movie. 13 Wishes was probably one of the first... No, that's a lie. It was not the first Monster Eye movie I saw, but I did like it a lot. I remember Gigi was so hard to find when she first came out. I was at Target with my mom and we finally found her. She buys one, and I'm like, "Oh, can I have that?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna send it away to the kids in Operation Christmas Child." And I was like, "No!" In hindsight, I should have been like, "Oh yeah, that's alright. Those kids need it more than me." She was lying to me anyway, though. She gave Gigi to me for Christmas. You know, she just wanted to say that it was Santa. Childhood memories. Twyla. A tier. She's one of those dolls that grew on me over time. When she first came out, I was like, I don't really like her. I don't really like her face. But as time went on, I was like, you know what? I like Twyla. So I went and I got her on eBay one day. I wish I'd found her in the stores. I mean, I found her multiple times in the stores. I just never bought her. I wish I'd just gotten her new in the store, but I got a pretty good Twyla. Mine has glue-free hair, which is really nice. I've never even treated it myself. Heath Burn. Shit, go away. C tier. Heath is a really funny character. His doll is probably one of the most accurate to his, like, in-show appearance, but I don't know. I just don't really like Heath. He's okay. He's a really well-made doll, but he's kind of meh to me, so C tier. Next up is Claudia. I'm not quite sure how I feel about Claudia, actually. She was a cool character. I liked her time in the not in the show. I guess she did appear in the show, actually, but it was mostly in Fright Scammer Action. But I just feel kind of neutral about her, I guess, so I'm gonna stick her in the C tier. She's cute. I don't know, maybe if we'd gotten more time with her, I'd like her more, but I kind of just see her as Claudine's nerdy older sister. I mean, I guess that's all she is. Elizabeth. A tier. I remember I waited on getting Elizabeth because I wanted one with perfect bangs. I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe I'll find her at that local thrift store that I find all my in-box dolls at someday, and maybe I'll find her new in box. I pull up on a weekday after school with my mom. You'll never fucking believe what I found. Elizabeth, new in box for like $7 at the thrift store. So I bought her and I unboxed her. I think the review's still up on my channel. That's my Elizabeth story. Next up is Honey Swamp, another A tier. I would put her in S tier, but then I would look biased because she's my birthday twin. Me and Honey Swamp have the same birthday, January 28th. I think that's pretty cool. I don't have too much to say about her. She's a really cute doll. I like her style, and I love her hair. It's so, like, puffy and bouncy. I got mine on eBay. Viperine. Another A tier for me. Viperine was a really cool character, and she's one of my girlfriend's favorites, so, you know, just a bit of the bias kicking in yet again. I remember getting mine in stores when she first came out because she was so pretty and pink. I needed her right away. And I don't regret it. I like her. Shlomo is a D tier. I'm sorry. I never really liked Shlomo's goofy ass. He was just kind of boring to me. I mean, I guess he's just Ghoulia's boyfriend. That was pretty much all he was. He would go like, meh, and she would go like, ah, and then he'd go like, ah, and you're like, ah. And that's how they talk to each other, because that's how the zombies sound in the Monster High universe. Except Monica in the reboot, she could talk. It was never explained why, but she could talk. Also, his first doll was the the Ghoul Spirit one. And Ghoul Spirit was a very boring line. Caddy is an A tier for me. She was so cute. Once again, though, she was one of those dolls that I didn't get when she first came out. I don't know why. I guess it was because she was everywhere. I was like, oh, I could wait for her to go on sale, and then I kept buying other things instead, and I just eventually forgot about her. I ended up getting her on eBay, and then a couple years later, just like Basic Toralei, I found her at the flea market. The exact same flea market I got my second Basic Toralei on. I probably got them on the same day. She was like $5, complete, even at her mic. So I still have 2 basic caddies and 2 basic Toraleis to this day. Headless, C tier. She's cool, but she's a teacher, so I don't really give a shit. D tier for Jane. I'm just not a big fan of her. I was talking about this with my girlfriend earlier. I just don't really care about Jane. She's alright. Not one of my favorite designs, though. Weberella gets an S tier from me. Widona is just such a cool character. 6 arms. Sign me the fuck up. I love Widona. She's one of my favorite characters. Like, from the moment I saw her, I was like, damn, I need her right now. I also like to headcanon her and Toralei as besties, but they probably don't get along. Damn Toralei being a mean girl. Katrine is... She's between these 2 tiers, but I think I'm going to drop her in B tier just to fill it out a bit more. Yeah. I like Katrine. She was a cool character. I didn't expect her to get a doll, though. Because in Scaris, she did not say a goddamn thing. She did not have a single line of dialogue throughout the entire movie. But, her doll's pretty cool. I got her new in box, and I've never touched her hair. Never washed it, never taken the glue out, so she still has her stock hairstyle. Her hair, her face is probably so yellow. I need to check on her. Next up is Avia. She's a D tier. Mostly because she takes up so much space on my shelves. I have a whole shelf dedicated to the headless headmistress and her fucking horse, Avia and her big horse body, Bonita and her big ass wings, Serena and her big ass tail. Like, I just have all my big dolls up there, and they take up so much space. So, just a little grudge I have against her. In other terms, Bonita is my A tier. I really liked her. When Bonita first came out, I was like, I need her. I need her right now. Her name's like a pun in 2 different ways. It's Spanish for beautiful, and it also has the word bone in it, kinda. Well, it doesn't have the full word bone, but, like, she's a skeleton and a moth. Skeleton? Bonita? I can't be the only one who noticed that. Yeah, but I love Bonita. She's a really pretty character. And I know I was just bitching about Avia taking up a lot of space, but the thing with Bonita is that it's just her wings. So I can put 2 other characters in front of it. Avia just takes up a fuck ton of space. Serena. Damn it. Serena's a B tier for me. I like her, but the way they did her skin tone, and I totally get why they did it, because she's supposed to be a ghost as well as, like, a mermaid. She just doesn't look like she has a nose. She looks like she doesn't have a nose. It's just... she looks a little goofy. I'm not faulting her for it, though. It's not her fault. Next up is Nathan. I'm very sorry for this, my friend Jay, Zombie X Corn, but... he's ugly. I am not fan. I'm very sorry. I do not like him. I got mine from the flea market, from my flea market guy. Yeah. Just not a fan of him. Kiyomi is an S tier for me. She's just such a cute doll. And the idea of making a faceless character, but she has, like, the outline of a face that she drew on, or, like, put on herself. I don't remember what the logic in the movie was. I need to rewatch Haunted. She was just a really cool character. Also, she's a lesbian, so, you know, a little biased. So, yeah. Kiyomi. Porter's mid as hell. Not that mid, though. Yeah. He was a cool-looking doll. He was an okay character in the movie. I don't have much to say about him. River is so cute. She's, an A tier for me. I remember I got my River, as a gift. Kind of. It's a long story. I'm not gonna bother to explain it, but basically I got a gift in, a Secret Santa exchange, and I took it to Walmart, and I exchanged it for River. So, I like her. Vandala is an S tier for me. She was a Christmas gift. I got to pick her out at the store, but then my aunt was like, no, you're not getting her until Christmas, and I was like, fuck you. But, you know, I still got the doll, so it's cool. Vandala's so cool. She was my favorite right away, and she's probably still my favorite from the Haunted line, although Kiyomi is, like, really giving her a run for her money. A run for her gold doubloons, if you will. Casta. A tier. Casta was a really cool character. When she first came out, I wrote so many fanfictions that Casta was the main character in for some reason. I even planned to make one into a series on my YouTube channel at some point, but it never happened because I was lazy as hell. I paid full price for her, and then she was, like, on sale for, like, $5 at Tuesday morning, and I regretted it ever since. Woohoo, Manny Tour. Remember when I used to make Manny's vlogs? No? Good. He's an A tier for me. He was the first character to introduce that super buff, like, mold, and I think he's really cool for it. And also, his head was just really well done, just everything about him. He's cool. Iris, go away. Iris is another A tier. When she came out, I was obsessed with her. Dude, like, I loved Iris. I still do. I regret not getting a second one of her. But, I mean, I guess I didn't technically pay for my first set. My Iris and Manny I didn't pay for. They were a gift from my mom's friend who went to Comic-Con. He just had a set and he's like, oh, I don't want them, and just gave them to me. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks. So, that's my story with them. Damn it, can this shit go away? Gilda is a D tier, I don't really like her. We never got to see her in the show, so I have no attachment to her emotionally, and she's just kind of boring. Lorna is another boring one to me. She's cool, but she's not all that. Okay, maybe D's a little harsh. C tier. Marisol. Damn it. Where did you come from? She's a B tier. I'd always wished that she'd been released with this light pink skin tone, but then she released with that gray skin tone. I don't understand what happened between making her prototype and her final doll. I don't mind it though. I'm not faulting her for it. I'm just saying that, like, looking at this picture reminds me that, oh yeah, she was almost light pink. I would have liked the light pink, but I guess there were too many pink characters already between Draculaura, Gigi, Bonita, Cupid, Rochelle. Yeah, those are all pink bitches. Oh, and then Kirsty came out in the same line. Invisibility is cool. He's probably another C tier for me. I don't like how they ended up doing his hair. It's always bothered me. But I was glad when he got a doll. I bought him, like, immediately. Luna is an A tier for me. I really liked her in the movie, even if she only had, like, 5 lines of dialogue, plus a song. And, yeah. Her outfit's cute, too. I would probably like it the most of the Fright Seers. Mercedes is an F tier for me. I just found her to be a really boring character. I didn't think she was very necessary. Plus, she's the daughter of the Rat King. She goes into the sewers and sits on a makeshift throne and says, I am the Rat King, you know? Elle is probably another C tier. I don't know. She was just kind of bland. She was cool, but she barely had any time in the movies. That was the problem towards the end of Monster High. They were just introducing 3 to 4 characters per movie just to do it, to make new dolls, and they didn't really get that much characterization. That's why a character like Astronova fell flat as well. Yeah, I have both versions of her dolls, both the light purple and dark purple variants. I much prefer the dark purple. She just looks cooler. Batsy. Batsy's an A tier in my opinion. She's cool. I don't have much to say about her. I just got her at Target one day. EC. An A tier. I have no idea why this doll was so expensive. I got her at Walmart one random day. She's really cool though. I like just her design in general. I also like how they redid her feet to make them like deer hooves. That was a nice detail. Kirsty is really cute. I feel like she's like very underrated. She's an A tier for me. She's just so cute. Like, dude, her eyes have pixels. Like, they're pixelated, like she's a gamer. And her glasses are pixels. It's cute. It's adorable. Gliopy is probably a B tier for me. I like her. She's a cool character, but she's just so big. Her sculpting was really cool, though. I do wish we could have one day learned what she was the daughter of, but I guess it's implied that she's the blob monster. Perry and Pearl, I'm gonna stick in F tier just because it's so hard to pose them. They're not very practical for display. They're constantly almost falling over. I have to have them leaning up against like the back of my shelf so that they stand. It's hard to pose them because of their heads being so close to one another. It's just not the most well-made doll. Calla also gets an F tier because the Great Scary Reef characters were just ungodly ugly, and Calla was no exception. She's just not pretty. Feels like a lesser Winona. She even has 2 less arms than Winona. Posey. I'm gonna put her in C tier just because I like her face sculpt. She's got a nice face. She's a bit more practical than the other two as well when it comes to standing up because of the fact that her bottom half is basically just like a coral reef or something. I don't know what it is, but it stands up well. Amanita is a B tier for me. She's alright. I didn't really care for her, but she wasn't ugly, so I think B tier is fair. Next up is Finnegan, and he's a B tier. I remember ordering him from the Mattel site when he first came out, and he's pretty cool. Everything about him is actually pretty well made. He sits pretty decently on a shelf, too. It's not that difficult to put other dolls around him. He doesn't take up too much space, despite his wheelchair. And overall, he's just a pretty cool doll. Pretty well made. And honestly, for a boy doll, he's alright. Next up is Wisp. Wisp is an S tier for me. I really liked her. I always wanted her to get a doll ever since I saw 13 Wishes, so when she finally did, I went apeshit. And I made what I thought was a ridiculous purchase where I spent $80 on her and Valentine. Oh, baby Lizzie. Little did you fucking know. Valentine is honestly another S tier doll for me. I just have to scroll back up. Valentine is so well made. The embroidery on his sleeves, all of the detail, all the layers of his clothing. He's just so cool. I love him. I love having him displayed on my shelf. Next up is Rochelle's cringe-ass boyfriend, and he is so fitting for the cringe tier. I bought him from a random listing on Mercari one day, and it was called Boy Monster High Doll. That's how I refer to him. He's not Garrot, he is Boy Monster High Doll. And next up is Zombie Gaga, who I'm going to leave in A tier. She's very well made. She's a very interesting, not just interesting, but like beautiful doll. I love her hand tattoos that say Lady Gaga. Just everything about her is really well done. She has a unique hand mold. She has her bubble gum. She's got gorgeous hair colors, the skeleton makeup, with like endless variants. Dude, like, you either get light cracks and like dark makeup, or like light makeup and dark cracks, or dark cracks and dark makeup, light cracks and light makeup. Like, it's insane. You guys probably don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But with that is our full tier list of every Monster High character ever made. This video came out really long, so I'm not going to try to waste too much time. This is my final tier list, and this was just of the basic Monster High dolls. If you guys have one to recommend that has all of them, then I will gladly make like a fucking hour-long video of me sorting through it, because these are fun. I have a lot of fun making these videos. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you disagree with any of my opinions, please fucking scream at me in the comments about why I'm wrong. I really love when you guys do that. And we can have a uncivilized battle. We can fight to the death with swords in my comments section, and it'll be a grand old time. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!